Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Davis. I'm the Content Director for AV Technology. And with me are Greg Bozoian and Luke Westin from Legrand AV. And we are here to talk about this really cool tiled web tool that has recently been announced. So first, Greg, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do at Legrand.
Sure. Well, Cindy, thank you so much for making time to have us on today. My name is Greg Bozoian. I've worked at Legrand for almost 3 years now, and I am the digital product manager for the self-service functions and digital configuration tools on legrand.com. I've had the privilege of working with Luke for about 12 months on this new direct-to-view TiLED web tool.
Great, thanks. And Luke?
Cindy, thanks for having us. I'm Luke Westin, Senior Product Manager with Legrand AV, mainly supporting the Chief brand. So I've been with the company for over 15 years now, supporting quite a few different product categories. But lately, I've been laser focused on digital signage, and direct view LED is an area of focus. So we're super excited to share the tiled web tool with you guys today.
Great. Well, can't wait to learn more about it. And starting with exactly what is the tiled web tool?
Great question. So the tiled web tool is basically a web experience that'll give our customers and their customers the ability to self-serve, plan, design, and play with LED configurations. And within that process, we have a lot of automated outputs that are going to make the process of installing direct view LED, really, really easy. It's basically a one-stop shop web experience that will help customers kind of plan their installations and self-serve.
Very cool. So, and what led to the development of the tiled web tool?
Great question. So, if you look at the market with direct view LED, you have by nature, the technology can do a lot of different configurations. So you have a lot of variability there. And then you have a lot of variability with displays. Examples of those displays can be, different sizes, different mounting patterns, different power and signal connections. And as a result, you end up with a lot of kind of unique bills of materials or unique dedicated solutions. So number one, customers are coming to us saying, I have this unique configuration. Can I get a unique bill of materials so I can just order the right parts, right? And then in addition to that, customers are asking, hey, can I get specifications, whether it's weights and dims related to that unique configuration? And then to really help with that installation, drawing packages were needed. So you had 2D PDFs or DWG files. And then in addition to that, our architects and consultants were asking us heavily, can we get Revit files? And all these scenarios were pretty unique. So we were kind of reactive to those situations. And we took a step back and just kind of thought, how might we make this experience better, make it easier, and just automate it along the way to kind of help not just our teams, but other teams and their customers self-serve.
Who is actually the user of this tool?
It's a great question. Regardless of your role, as long as you're involved in the direct view TiLED community, this should be providing you the value you need and a self-service ability to do so. So we offer the Revit IFC file download for architects, engineers, and consultants. And then we offer a variety of different downloadables, such as 2D, DWD technical drawings for integrators and installation experts, as well as PDF outputs as well, which contain product dimensions, specifications, weights that include the displays, as well as without the displays, and the mounting locations for the chief mounts themselves.
So there are a lot of other online LED configuration tools. What really makes the tiled web tool different? So, why don't you just show us?
All right, so I'm going to give a quick demonstration of the tiled web tool. You'll notice on the first tab, you have your room setup. So you can set that up accordingly, customize your backgrounds, add an environment. You go into the LED wall setup, you can choose any manufacturer, your certain model type. You can define your configuration by columns or rows. And you can also have the option to do it by space. But what's really unique about this tool and a major differentiator is the customized shape option. So I can do a diamond, which is a pre-canned configuration. I can do an archway, or you can basically fill up a large area and use freeform. Now this allows you to delete displays to customize your design. And in the background, our mounts are being automatically generated accordingly. I'm going to add these back in just to show you how that works. I can take 2 displays over here, pop them in, and you will see the mounting solution has changed accordingly. In addition to that, your specification data is changing accordingly. You have weights and dims, bill of materials. This is dynamically changing according to the configuration you're building. In addition to that, you can order additional accessories. Storage boxes are very common to recess power. You may want some middle Atlantic power options to protect or monitor your video wall, and then plenty of C2G power and signal cable options. Once your design is complete, you can save your design. And this is where you can start generating your downloads. Now I've downloaded some of the files so I can show you. You're going to get a bill of materials to start with for your configuration, so you have the right components to order, and you can order straight out of the tool. You will get a 2D PDF drawing, which gives you all the dimensions you need to do the installation. So all your anchor points, all your outside dimensions, including side covers. And then you can also add or download 2D DWG files, which are really helpful for planning your installation. And you can use the measuring tool to get additional measurements if you need those for install. And then an additional file type that I have not mentioned yet is an IFC file, which can be then converted into a Revit file. So super helpful for architects and consultants. And then, as I mentioned, once you do save your design, you can complete the quoting or ordering process straight out of the tool. Moving to the next tab, we have content setup. And this is where you can add a dynamic video or a static image. And you also have the ability to upload your custom image if you want to put a unique logo or something on there. So here's a look at the dynamic image. Pretty cool. And the custom image. So a lot of flexibility there. Well, Greg, I went through that demo pretty quick, and there's a ton of features in this tool. So is there any other features you might want to discuss or share with the group?
So Luke, in addition to the features that you just went over, I just want to make sure that we showcase the submit missing model feature that's within the LED wall setup. And as you can see here, that we have a numerous amount of manufacturers that we offer, and this is always going to be maintained and kept up to speed. So always be checking for the new manufacturers and model types. But if there's a model that's missing and you have a project with a hard deadline, you can always let us know what model is actually missing. And this is going to go to av.signage@legrand.com. And this will be reviewed by the chief team. And someone will be in touch with you regarding your request for that missing model and your project needs. Another feature that I want to make sure that everyone knows about is the requires installation radio button that Luke just clicked on for us. And this is going to be a request for installation services. So you just let us know generic information about your project details, i.e. what it's going to be mounted to, what your configuration is, and how you'd like to be contacted and when. And this also will go to av.signage@legrand.com, and the chief team will get back with you shortly. And last but not least, in order to get your downloads, you just have to click on download files on the My Project Summary page. So after you have saved your configuration and you are happy with your design, you will come over into the Project Summary page, in which you can click Generate CAD Files. And if it's grayed out like we see here, that means that they're generating in the background, and you just have to wait for the email to come. Otherwise, it usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes to generate a single design.
So Greg, got a question. 5 minutes to generate a design? Doesn't that usually take days?
It's a great question. So it's really going to be dynamic and dependent upon the bandwidth of the engineering staff. So that's why we really focused on this project, was to give the customers the ability to fully self-service for their project needs. So if they come through and they design a configuration and generate their 3 file types, and they say, you know what, shoot, we need to go back and generate it again. You don't have to talk to an engineering department or ruffle any feathers. You can just click regenerate and we'll get you that updated information at your own needs.
That's a huge differentiator right there.
Well, thank you.
So that was a really great demo. Thank you so much. I know there's tons of features and benefits that you couldn't get to, but Greg and Luke, if you had one thing that you really wanted to make sure that as a takeaway for the integrators, what would that be?
It's a great question, Sydney, and thank you so much again for having us on today, and thank you for your time to review the new tool with us. We want people to know that it exists and it's out there for everyone to use. And probably the biggest takeaway is just the speed and efficiencies in which you can use this tool, giving you the ability to self-serve for all the information that you need, and we can do it a lot faster than anyone else in the marketplace. If you ever need to get in touch with Luke or I directly, please reach out to av.signage@legrand.com.
In addition to the downloads and the speed of the downloads, I'd say a major takeaway is just the flexibility. So you can do regular configurations and unique configurations. It's the only tool or product line on the market that can come off the shelf and do modular, unique LED solutions. So we're really looking forward to getting it into our customers' hands.
Great. Well, thank you both so much. I know this is going to be really exciting for people to look into and start using. So thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
Sydney, thank you.